Dave, GIC's annualized returns over the past 20 years hit their lowest since the financial crisis. Can we attribute all of this to the pandemic effect?
Well, in fairness, we actually can't. For the last few years, the organisation has been warning that overhyped valuations were likely to lead to a bit of a recession or a downturn in terms of valuations as well as returns. And the pandemic isn't what they expected, but in preparation for that, they've been moving out of public market equities and more into private equities. So much of the blame comes from actually a blast from the past, the late 90s tech bubble, moving out of their 20-year window. But if we move to their 5-year nominal returns, that's also taken a dip of over 1% from last year. So clearly, COVID has had some of an impact on their portfolio.
So, David, what's then the outlook for the year ahead?
It's pretty bleak, in a single word. They've warned that all this government stimulus going in with the lack of maneuverability with low interest rates means that we're going to have an impact on currencies, especially in countries that don't have the balance sheet to continue supporting these kinds of subsidies. And they're also quite cautious on deals in a range of spaces, including in property.
So what deals are they still willing to make in this environment?
Well, it's few and far between, but they did outline some interesting prospects with, for instance, the US-China relations still going pretty badly and tensions continuing. They actually see some opportunities there in helping shore up both the US and China's supply chains, for example. China is going to be dependent on American technology for a while, but it wants to move away from that, and it believes that there are opportunities to back that up, you know, for instance, in building plants or other things in China itself. And also with travel. I mean, while international travel is down, they think that large domestic economies, such as Australia or China, where domestic tourism can take a spike and actually make up for it, are good opportunities to go into the hotels business. So they're still in to make some property deals in those areas.